My name is Josh Perry. I'm a professional BMX athlete, multiple brain tumor survivor, and now a ketogenic health coach and public speaker. So I feel like most of my life up until a couple years ago, I was on self. Just everything I did, wanted to do was all about, my dreams, my aspirations, my goals, how I could better, my situation in life and my health and, manifest the things I was working on. And it wasn't until about 3 years ago where I became conscious of that and shifted to being mostly on purpose, but obviously I still have my own goals and desires in my own life. My good friend Isaac Stegman shared this concept with me after telling me a story one day from his past experience of someone calling him out about being, or for lack of being on purpose. And he shared that concept with me, and it really clicked with the transition I was making from BMX to this path I'm on now to serve and support other people and being on purpose. Starting out at a young age, my goal and my dream was to become a professional BMX athlete. And before that, I was a professional athlete. I wanted to play basketball professionally. And as I got older, I got exposed to BMX. And every decision I made once I left home and left school to pursue that path, and that became a reality of mine, was focused around ensuring that that's what I'd wake up and do again tomorrow, and to benefit that effort the most I could. And then along the way, health struggles with brain tumors, injuries, things like that led me to really optimizing my nutrition to become healthier and more successful in my sport.
His main focus is visualizing his riding tied in with health, fitness, and pushing his own level of riding. So right now, Josh Perry getting things started the big
And then, fitness came and mindset, and all these things were about how I can improve myself. And then after a third brain tumor diagnosis at the age of 27, 28, that's when I got really clear of why these experiences were happening, and why I was able to overcome them. And that was for a higher purpose, to serve and support other people. And that's where I shifted from self to purpose. I find that in times of struggle or hardship, if the reason why you're doing everything is just to benefit yourself and there's no consciousness to other people it impacts, it's easier to fall into the trap of fear and giving up and failure and things like that. But if you're focused on something that's beyond yourself, I believe you have a deeper meaning in your life, and you can create more meaning in your life and your actions. And it's personally what allows me to push past all of the mental barriers and challenges and blocks, and the physical ones as well. And so I just believe that, it's not bad to be focused on yourself, and that does serve you for some time. But I think creating that awareness of how you can be a little bit more on purpose beyond yourself can manifest into more longevity, more success, and health in all areas. It's like that book, The Go-Giver, talks about, the way to create more success in your life is by giving more of yourself and serving other people. And you'll see that, that flow of energy return. So by focusing on myself and my goal, my dream to become a professional athlete, and making that a reality, there was a lot of people watching, and there was a lot of people noticing. I didn't know that was inspiring people or motivating people. And then as I became more focused on sharing my story, I started hearing more feedback and seeing that was having an impact on people in a positive way. And then that's where I became conscious of wanting to do it more and more. But I think it's important to become aware of what may be happening beyond just yourself, even if you're not focused on anything else, but like what action I may take, the response it may have in other people. I definitely am aware of that now, but at the time I didn't think that adults or children would take away some benefit from me just pursuing what I wanted to selfishly with no thought to other people. It was a third brain tumor diagnosis that was kind of like my final wake-up call to what I was experiencing and going through. That was, telling me like, hey, you should be more focused on something beyond just yourself. And it was that allowed me to not have fear of the third diagnosis and no kind of anger or resentment towards it, but just really a question to myself, like, what can I do to use this to help me move forward, but also help other people? And I saw a lot of value from walking away from my sport, just because if it was a larger sport, more media attention, I would have a larger platform to work with. But the reality of BMX is it's not on that level. And so the time and effort and sacrifice put into, that sport there was not much room for, sharing these perspectives, these experiences in my journey, and really wanting to help people. So it was that third diagnosis that allowed me to walk away from BMX and really understand that it served me well, and it got me to this point where I am in my life and the people around me and the things I've seen and experienced. But it was time to take all that I learned and experienced and put that into helping other people do the same. Because at the end of the day, my purpose, I believe, is to inspire new perspective in other people that allow them to become empowered to make choices to manifest the life they want and to become as healthy, happy, and successful along the way. So I see now that my desires in life that were selfish, it got me to where I wanted to go, and now I'm able to use that and to inspire other people to think outside the box and not get sucked into the trap of society and the route that society thinks you should go, opposed to what you really feel you want to go and believe you have a chance at. And if you don't even think you have a chance at it, I would rather have taken a risk and failed and then not regret it down the road, like when I don't have time or the resources or the opportunity to take a risk on that dream, but to be able to do that rather than think what if. So at the end of the day, I just want to inspire that perspective in people to think about, well, what if I try this now, and see where it goes. Because I never thought I'd be in a role of influence or leadership or inspiration. I just wanted to be a professional BMX athlete like the guys I looked up to on TV and the life they were living, and I wanted to do that, and I made it happen. So yeah, I just think that my role is to inspire that thought and that change in perspective that leads people to doing, or at least trying to do what they want in life, rather than going down a route that someone else wants for them.